Well, I made it all the way to Kentucky. Got here at 2:15 in the morning. 2:15 in the morning, get up for breakfast. Daniel Cordina and Sandy are here, all the way from Australia. You're here for... Why'd you come down early?
Why? For today's races and for the sales next week.
Right.
For the week,
and the jug.
couple of weeks, and the jug.
That's cool. That's cool. So we have Memory and Imagination today. I'm on my way over to the track. We're going to stop at Starbucks. I'm going to get the rest of my videos done for you guys today. And we get Memory and Imagination. I got Pickpocket tomorrow also. And then we have Arson on Tuesday. Now, I won't be here Tuesday. I'm going to be at Jug Week. So I'm going back up to Delaware for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But today is all about Memory and Imagination. But first and foremost, I want to talk about our racehorses. This is the racehorse video, and we had a great week at the track. You know, it wouldn't it be awesome if we could just put everything, all the 2-year-olds won and all the racehorses won? Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
It's just everything won.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect.
But we had a tremendous week at the track. So let's get right into it. All gas, no brakes. I told everybody after I qualified him, I'm not going to say I'm going to win, but I'm going to win. He qualified really, really well. I was expecting a sharp outing from him, and he certainly didn't disappoint. You know, it's a new broom sweeps the best mentality. Sometimes you get a horse with a new fresh start, especially when he's been in one barn his whole life and then moved to a new place, new horses, new people, new program. Sometimes they just come to life, and I knew in the qualifier he was so strong. I thought it would take a pretty good horse to beat him yesterday, and in the class we got him in, he had 12 lifetime wins. 3 of them were at fairs. They have a 20 claimer, 25 claimer, non-winners of 10 life. It was a perfect fit for him at a perfect time. Now, what's next for him? I think we're going to send him home and race him in the optional 50 claimer for 3 and 4-year-olds. You might say to yourself, well, easy now, Anthony. That's a big jump. And it is a big jump. But he's sitting on, well, he just took a lifetime mark. And feels really good. And the good thing about the trucks is they go both ways. So if he doesn't happen to do in the class I believe he can do in, then we can always bring him to race him wherever we want. Seems like a pretty sound, pretty able horse and likes his work very much. So that's where all gas, no brakes is heading next. Yep. Atlas Hanover was also good first start for Stacy and Brett in Scioto Downs in Southern Ohio. Just always looking for that move that puts the horses in the right place at the right time. You know, I was wrong when we sent him back to Ontario. It just wasn't a good fit. You know, Mohawk, I thought he would like Mohawk, and he didn't. He didn't like that racing style at all, and he was not coming back to Northfield, so where do we go? We could have went to Illinois. That was next, and we almost made it there. If there had been a truck going directly, yeah, you're right. If there had been a truck going directly to, this is the one we usually go to. If there had been a truck going directly to Illinois, he might have been on it, but with the stopover, I said, tell me what you think. So Stacy and Brett went with the horse. They said, I think he'll race good, and actually he raced one of his better races. He's not known for that stalking mentality from way off the pace. Usually he's a leave, sit, be up close to the tempo type horse, and that was not the case the other day, but he raced very, very well. Divine Zeddy, a new horse. I don't know, you're probably busy, you haven't been paying attention. We picked up a bunch of what I like to call the foot soldier type horses, and now there's a 1 to 4 type.
And they,
what's that?
I've been getting the emails.
Yeah, I know she didn't buy any shares of them. Yeah, all the horses have been very, very good, and Divine Zeddy was awesome the other day. Made a break halfway down the lane, but it looked to me, now I'll talk to Scotty today about it, but it looked to me that she just caught a bell boot, I think. I couldn't zoom in, I couldn't tell, but just the body language that I saw from the horse looked like she caught something and just rolled off stride and come right back trotting and nosed out for second and raced very, very good. I think it'll be full speed ahead for Divine Zeddy. And then actually, to add insult to injury, scoped very, very sick after, full of yellow, chunky mucus. Megan had sent me a message after about it. So when you factor that in, geez, the sky's the limit for this filly. She looked really, really good. Greatest Ending qualified his second qualifier. Now he should be set and ready to roll in, I think, Plain Ridge. In Plain Ridge, his next start. So Greatest Ending, 2 sharp qualifiers and ready to go. How the Hell How the hell is... And I jumped over HL Blue for a reason. We're just in the midst of trying to work out an agreement with a roadster outfit for him, whether they want to prep him for the sale for us or whether they want to buy him and prep him themselves. That will be up to them. That's where we're at with HL Blue. How the hell made a break on Mark? I should have left the weight on that horse. It was my fault. Explaining, even as good a driver as my brother is, explaining how tricky this guy can be just in the lead up to the race is very difficult, and I didn't do him any favors by taking the weight off the horse, and that's on me. We'll put the weight back on him and get him back on track again, but I did not. It had to be in hindsight. I can't. I counsel you guys all the time. You cannot get angry looking at stuff in hindsight. If you brought it up before the race, fine, we can talk about it. Same as me. I knew the weight was off, and I still allowed it to happen because I thought everything would be fine. How do I missed the...
You missed the turn.
I did, didn't I? I didn't miss the turn.
You turned before.
Too early. Exactly. I think we should be able to get there here. Since I'm doing my video, who cares? So how the hell will we be back on the straight and narrow next week? But definitely a wasted start, and as I said, I have to at least say that I feel obligated that maybe it was my fault. My fault on that one. Should be able to get in here, no?
I'd go down to the street and go around.
Yeah, I'm going to go this way and see what happens.
No, go around. Why don't you go this way and see what happens?
I'm going to go this way and see what happens.
I think it's a good idea.
They make it very difficult to get into Starbucks. For charging that much, they should make it easy.
I think you should go down this way.
They should bulldoze Drake so you can get in there.
There it is.
No, you got to go.
No, you can't. No, Sandy's right. You're wrong.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
No, there was an entrance back there, but there's also one here.
I'm right then.
Everybody's right because the sign said Daniel was right. But I'm going around the building. No. So in this day and age, Daniel, they make you order into a microphone, and then you can't just pull up to the window, knock on the window, and say, "Excuse me, miss, can I get X?" It doesn't work that way. You have to go through the drive-through. Your little Freddy moment there. But I'm not even going to the drive-through yet because I'm finishing my video. See, I'm going to park right here and anger people. Right here. I'm not moving until somebody makes me. How the hell? We just got to put the weight on him and back going. I forbid you. Probably going to race her at Northfield next week somewhere. We just need to keep a couple of horses that are getting near their ceiling. I forbid you is one. I can't help but thinking B. Lisa is one. A number of horses that are close. We'll race him another time or two just to see. I know Mark had nothing but great things to say about B. Lisa. So we'll wait for B. Lisa. And I forbid you, again, I'd like to wait closer to the latter part of the fall because she is well bred. This is a filly out of, look at this person just trying to get right in behind me. I hate when that happens. I forbid you is a Western Shore, which you may not know, but just because they kept Western Shore to themselves, the Cancellieri brothers, and bred some mares to him. He was a very, very good horse. Probably a Western Hanover, I guess. And out of his sister to Captain Crunch. So she's probably worth something as a broodmare. I think if we can race her right up into the latter part of the fall, it would be in our best interest to do that. My 2 cents. J.K. Mickey Mantle, I wasn't enamored with the way he busted out of the wings the other day. And Mark kind of blamed himself, but I couldn't see what he was saying. He said, yeah, I should have hit him right up on the wing and powered him out of there. And it looked to me like he had more than enough time to go through there and didn't. So for a horse that I know can leave a little bit that didn't get off the gate good, that says to me that his feet maybe are bothering him a little bit. So I'll talk to Tim about maybe getting his feet attended to, having the vet look at them before his next start. But to me, I believe his feet might be bothering him a little bit. JK Victory, somebody said, oh my God, Ronnie drove that horse terrible the other night. Did he? He gets off the car good. He usually gets away in the front. And why would you want to park? If you're the 7-2 horse, why do you want to park the 4-1 horse, a half and 53 in a piece, when the 1-5 horse is right back there licking his chops? It just made no sense to me, and I know that kind of bothered Ronnie, and maybe he blamed himself, but I just don't understand how you would drive him any differently. If you wanted him in behind, then drive through harder and push him in behind. Or if you really wanted the front, let him go earlier and remove. Why stretch him a half and 53 and then sit up on him? It makes no sense to me. And then Ronnie comes back on, still beats the horse to finish 4th. It just didn't seem like a very well thought out plan in that race. But I certainly didn't blame Ronnie for that. Now, the super easy drive on Mel Gibbs one, absolutely I'm going to blame Ronnie for that one. 100% I am. But that that was met with the best intentions also. Looks like Money will be coming back from Ohio next week, I think. We've been jogging him very lightly all week, and the vet had said, you could try training him. I said, no, we're not training him at all. Just very, very, very light work, and then he's going back to Harry next week in Ontario. And my personal feeling is even that light work is going to cease. We're going to just turn him out in the field for a month or keep an eye on that suspensory. He might stay in Ontario and do moderate, what they call a modified workout, maybe jog every second day, maybe spend some time in the pool. I don't know, but not right to any work. The lag is not set up to do that. So, but happy with the prognosis. Everything went well with this guy in Southern Ohio. Renegade Gypsy. I don't think he raced. You don't own any Gypsy. He didn't race this week, I don't think. Last week he got pinned in and took him back. That's not his trip. Leave out, sit, finish. That's his trip. Resolute Bay should be ready soon. I don't have an exact update as to what he's been up to and how far along he's been in his training, but he shouldn't be too far away. Serious Dragon race, great out of the 10-hole, 51 last quarter and 27. I know that I didn't talk to James yet, but I'm sure he was pretty happy with the way the race went. I think he wanted to get away closer. He had those two longest shots stuck in front of him. You couldn't come again with him. That didn't work out well last week, and there's no reason to believe it would this week. He did the right thing and get out late, and I thought the horse raced well. A favorable draw next week, 4, 5, 6, and I think we're probably sitting on a 1-2 finish with this guy. Yo Mister, I keep jumping over 3-point blue chip too, because honestly, guys, for my partners out there on him, no updates. He's just light work until they tell me he's in training, and I've just kind of left it like that. They'd tell me when he's starting to train, and they haven't said a word yet. So I apologize that I don't really have any exact updates for you, but as soon as I get one, I'll definitely pass it along. Yo Mister didn't look as sound as he's been to me the other day. Now Stacy said that he had a little foot issue, something was bothering his, if I was to guess, I would say it's his right hind foot. I don't know for certain, but she didn't make it sound like there was anything serious. They were going to work on it this week and get him back up closer to 100%, they thought, but I just thought he wasn't maybe on the top of his game the other day. Good as him, still jogging. He won't train for a little bit yet. As I told everybody when he injured himself, it would be November or December till he was ready to go, and it still will be. I know a lot of people saying, well, if he's jogging, he should be ready in a month. It doesn't work that way. He hasn't started light training yet and won't for another week or two. Locatelli is in heavier training now. He should be ready soon. I suspect a similar timeline to Resolute Bay, which works out well. Just as the stakes finish in the fall, we start into the fall, and everybody starts to get a little tired. That would be the time to have Locatelli and Resolute Bay ready to go. No free lunch. I had a couple of emails the other day from people, and actually 3 emails from people, very similar emails, saying, why aren't we leaving with a no free lunch more? Well, first off, there's no we. It's James. He drives the horse, and he's protected this horse for his entire life and done good by the horse. So I am going to defer, although I hate when James underdrives our horses, and he does sometimes. I'm going to have to defer to him on this. He's done good by the horse since he was 2, since he raced him. The horse has been a good horse. He's coming back from an injury. And the one thing that everybody has to understand is you don't just, you don't get injured and then come back and you're 100% right away when you're an athlete. It takes a long time to get back. If you're lucky, you get back to that top shelf. But it takes time to get there, and it's it seems like you get there, but you're not quite there, and then it's baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step. Okay, the horse is there. And with James, especially last night, leaving with him was certain suicide. And he could have stayed in the outer flow, but actually when he made that move back to the inside, I thought it was the right move also. I thought that was a smart move, and he just didn't get through. And somebody said, well, and then he was running over them. Easy now. He wasn't running over anybody. He could have used the room, but it wasn't climbing over wheels. And oh my God, did you see James McDonald there? No. He had pace on the end of it, 50-1, 26-3. That's pretty much where he can go right now. If we get him back into top shape, you'll see him pace 49 in a piece, because he did last year. It seems like he's sounder now. I think the horse looks sounder now than he did even the night that I drove him. So those baby steps are in process, and he will come forward. But this idea that we're just going to leave out manhandle classes and win, all you're going to be left with is a shell of the horse you thought he was and hoped he'd be if we do that. So I'm going to defer to James Keep driving him the way you want to drive him with this particular horse, because you cannot overdrive him. He will not let you. Think of Galaxies. Apparently you can overdrive her sometimes and get away with it. Other times you can't. She is a big, powerful beast and got a great favorable trip the other day and looked very, very good. You know, how lucky were we at the stable? We won all 3 opens at the Meadows last week. And somebody say, oh, it's the Meadows. Go win one there. Tell me how easy it is. 48-4 with Patrick the Piranha, right? 53 with Stay Close. And how good has Stay Close been? I want everybody just to take a minute, take a deep breath, and remember all the people that dumped all the shares of Stay Close all spring because he was terrible. Good horses will come around more times than not. You see it with Patrick the Piranha. He was flat. You know, Mark had him good, but not quite where we wanted him. Not quite Patrick of last year. And all those questions were asked, whether it was in the back of your mind, under your breath, or out loud. Is that Patrick gone? Do we now have a minor watered down Patrick? Did age catch up with Patrick? And I couldn't even answer it. I wasn't sure myself. He's never been as good as he was yesterday. Not one time. Now, Mark, he's won in 48-4 twice in his life. One for my brother Mark when he first came to North America, and he won at the Meadowlands. Meadowlands is quite a bit faster than the Meadows. To come first over and win the Open in 48-4, to me, probably the best race of his life, I would think. I've seen him look more impressive racing for Mark and Melissa in Plain Ridge, where he circled the field from an impossible position to win. Yeah, I thought he looked more impressive. But has he ever been more powerful and strong than he was yesterday? I don't know. But he was awesome yesterday. So that was, Think of Galaxies. I lost my internet connection. I don't know the rest of my horses now. I was worried this would happen. I'm going to try and wing it. Think of Galaxies. I can't. I'm going to have to come back and finish this video when I get my internet up. I was worried this was going to happen.